Well, I finally did it. I stuffed a package to make it 2.1 pounds. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk about USPS's new discounted shipping. I'm sure most of you know, watching this video, that USPS announced that any packages that are 3 to 5 pounds, they are making cheaper depending on the destination of the zone, whether it's like close to you or even popular cities. So the rural areas are still going to cost more, but if I need to, I'm in Oklahoma, if I need to ship to New York City, I can ship a package that's like, say, 2.7 pounds. I can ship it for like under $6 right now, where if it was 1 pound and 8 ounces, it might cost me $9. It's so I will say it's cool what they're doing, and I know what they're doing. They're trying to compete with UPS and FedEx to kind of get that market back that they've lost over the years. And I understand it, but it also, at the same time, you're like, well, why can't you make the things that are under 2 pounds cheaper? And I thought about that too. That's the bulk. That is honestly probably most of their business. They do not need to really compete with that compared to UPS and FedEx. And there are so many people out there, like your everyday person, like that's not watching this video, that's going to the post office and paying full postage prices, which still blows my mind. But this rule, if you go to like sites, eBay, of course, or even Pirate Ship, most of the people watching this video know what Pirate Ship is. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a website that you can get cheaper rates. So if you were to like send something to a family or friend, or even someone that bought something from you, you know, off, say, your own website, you could use Pirate Ship and still get that kind of discounted rate. And I've suggested it to so many people, like waiting in line. I'm just like, you know, you could use Pirate Ship for this, because why not? Like, help the everyday person out. They don't know any better. And I think it's really cool that USPS is making it cheaper, but I'm still waiting to see if they're going to make it cheaper for under 2 pounds. When they brought out Ground Advantage, that was kind of their make it cheaper from first class. First class started to get more expensive, then they came out with Ground Advantage. And some of us were using the flat rate shipping for priority if you've been selling for over a year, I would say. And I don't really think USPS is going to give us a discounted rate under 2 pounds. I do not think. You know, they had their recent surcharge that it was like the first ever surcharge because of the cost of fuel. I don't know about you, but my area was almost to $4, which you might be like, well, mine's at like 5. Well, my area doesn't really get that high. I just went by a pump today and it was like $3.17, and I'm just like, we're getting almost close under that $3 again. So why is USPS still having this surcharge? They're going to try to take advantage of it as much as possible, I think, you know, because they can. Because they're still the cheaper option for things under 2 pounds. And the things over 2 pounds, they're trying to compete more with that. And I think this will definitely help in a sense for them, but I don't know for sure how eBay can really show it. I think we might see more sales between that 3 and 5 pounds. And when I say 3 to 5 pounds, it has to be 2.1. 2.1, 2 pounds, 1 ounce to qualify for this, and then up to 5 pounds. I haven't got anything like 5.1, if it still gives it or not. So if you know, let me know, because I have not researched that far into this. And also, I don't ship that many heavy packages. And when I ship out a lot of multi-quantity items, they are usually on Poshmark, where if it's under 5 pounds, it's a flat rate price anyways. Poshmark's probably where I sell a lot of like bundle deals. I don't really sell that many bundle deals on eBay. I wish I did, but I just don't. Depop, I've sold a few bundle deals. I will say, I was skeptical about Depop. Very skeptical, and because when it first came out, you know, it was just full of low offers and people not wanting to pay. And all of a sudden, when they release this free shipping, I'm getting a lot of sales. I just hit my 200 mark of like sold items, which is pretty cool because I started just a couple of months ago on Depop, and I've already got a good review and it's starting to build, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I love the low fees, and then I'm sure the customers love the free shipping. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm gonna take advantage of it as much as possible. I think right now I have 1,700 items, maybe more, but 1,700 items listed to Depop. But on my eBay, I have 3,500, so I still have a lot of work to do to get those over to Depop. I want to try to get them over there before this free shipping goes away, because I don't know how long it's gonna last, and I want to take advantage of it because I want them sales. I will say, getting things over to Depop, I've been selling a lot of older inventory, and I'm still trying to get better. I mean, we should all try to get better. I don't have my employee anymore. I have the warehouse still, which I like the warehouse. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of thinking about going somewhat back home, but having something built to kind of accommodate me. I've been kind of like tossing around the idea of like, if it's under like $20, just maybe Whatnot it, but I just don't really do Whatnot, and people are even cheaper on Whatnot. And I am cross-listing to Whatnot because of Nifty, and I'm also cross-listing to Mercari because of Nifty, and I have 0 sales from that cross-listing on Whatnot and Mercari, but my Depop, Poshmark, and eBay are still going strong. I will say eBay is, it's going down. Like, I'm officially like under 32,000 for a 90-day total, which is like, I have not been under that in a while. I usually hang around that 36 to 38, kind of teetering like close to getting to that 40, but just never getting there. But I will say I'm selling a lot more on Poshmark and of course Depop right now. So if you're not on those, I highly suggest, trying them out. I use Nifty. If you want to try it out, my code is HOLLOWBOX, HOLLOWBOX, and then you can get a kind of a discount on your first month. But I will say USPS is doing a great job with this. I feel like there needs to be something like on eBay, kind of like how there is Poshmark when you're doing a bundle, that they can add items to their cart and then send a bundle offer over. I think that would be really beneficial for eBay to do, especially for us sellers. I think that's going to be really help us out more than anything. And I have been hearing all these rumors that eBay might just take over shipping like Poshmark and Depop. I think this free shipping that Depop is doing right now, because eBay bought them out a few months ago, I think eBay is testing stuff on Depop because it's a smaller market, so they're not just going to get bombarded with a loss. So they're like testing things on Depop on purpose to see how they would work towards if they were to take over or try it out on eBay. I think on eBay, if they do it, they're going to do just certain categories at first. I think they will just do like, hey, clothing. I don't know, and maybe, kind of, in a way, they kind of did it with cards when they did the first class shipping for postage, which when it first came out, like no one even knew about it at my local post office. And I think they're going to do something similar, like along that, where it kind of gives us a cheaper rate, because I think they do have to start being more competitive, because they're not the only player anymore. We have not only eBay, we have Poshmark, Depop, which eBay is part of Depop, and we have Mercari, which I don't sell anything on there. I have stuff listed. And there's Whatnot, of course. There's Vinted now in the US, and There's Facebook Marketplace even you can ship on, which I will say I've been scrolling on my Facebook Marketplace just looking around. Even when I put it local, it still shows me stuff to ship to me, and it's been really annoying. I do not like that feature. I don't know how to get rid of it. Maybe I need to look more into it. I don't know. But overall, I would love to hear what you guys think. Is this a decrease? Do you think it's going to be permanent? Do you think it's just kind of testing the waters? Do you think it's about to be a relationship between maybe eBay and USPS? I would love to know what you guys think, where this is going to be headed. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below something, and then we will see you next time. Please subscribe if you like this content. Bye.